Hi everyone, I am finally here with our reading for Gemini season. I have to remember what I was doing here for a second. I've pulled out the card that represents Gemini in the tarot, which is the Lovers. So here we are today. I don't know if you can see that very well. Okay, so obviously Gemini is represented by the twins, and the Lovers is very much representative of the balance between self and other. It's about union, it's about communicating what you want and need with someone else, and how we perceive our relationships with others. You know, how we sort of conduct them, how we understand what's going on between ourselves and others. So this is very much that card. I mean, a lot of people go, oh, the Lovers, it's only about romance, but it's not. It's about, I mean, Gemini rules the third house, which is the house of relationships with your siblings, with your neighbours, with your aunts and uncles. Obviously it includes your parents, but they are important enough to have like their own houses as well. But yeah, this is about how, I mean, in Aries we've got first house, where it's like you realise like who you are, it's about yourself. And then Taurus, the second house, it's about your belongings, what you have, the things that you need physically. And then this is moving on to sort of perceive the world around you more, as in the people that you have in your life and how you interact with them. Okay, and this is very much with the Lovers. When it comes up in a reading, it's not always about romance and relationships in that respect. It can be about relationships with anybody in your life, and all the decisions that come with relationships, you know, how you relate to other people, how they perceive you. So that's what this card is about for Gemini season. So let's see what energy we've got to work with this month. There's a lot going on actually. Only tomorrow, today's Tuesday, Wednesday, it's the full, oh goodness me, it's like the super full blood moon in Sagittarius. So there's going to be a lot of heavy energy going on with that. And we are also moving into eclipse season, and we've got several planets going retrograde. So there's a lot going on in the heavens as well. So how's that going to affect us down here? Okay, let's see what we're going to have. Ooh. Okay. Okay, so we're starting off with the Five of Pentacles. Fives are a very unstable number. They usually denote hardship, and with Pentacles, obviously this can be financial, or it can be emotional hardship that you're suffering. The thing about this picture is the people walking past the beautifully lit window, could be a church window, and there is help there. They just got their heads down, they're trudging on, and they're not asking for help. So when this card comes up, I would say that if you are struggling, remember to look to those around you, and you know, don't be afraid to ask for help. It is the hardest thing to do sometimes, isn't it? But there could be some hardship going on, and you might need just a helping hand to get through it. And sometimes just having someone to talk to, you know, someone who's going to hold some space for you and listen to you, and you know, sort of talk about your struggles, however silly they may seem. That is so helpful. Okay, so this card, if you are struggling, don't be afraid to ask for help. And obviously Gemini is all about communication, and talking to people is so important. You know, we hear about that all the time, especially to do with mental health, but also, you know, any physical hardship that you're going through can be really difficult. So the next card we have is the Magician, and the Magician is somebody who spent years honing his skills, looking around him, learning, and now he's got everything that he needs to achieve success, glory, whatever it is that he wants. And Gemini is all about learning. It's about looking around you, and sort of processing what you're seeing, what you're hearing, what you're feeling. And learning is a big part of Gemini. They flit around from one thing to the other, you know, just soaking up all the information. And actually, if you've got any placements in Gemini, that's a good sign that you enjoy teaching, learning and sharing information. And that is exactly what the Magician is doing. He's going around, he's gathering up all the information, all the skills he needs, and then he's using them how he needs to, you know, achieve whatever it is that he wants to achieve. So, you know, be sure you have got the skills sometimes, and if you haven't got the skills, you can go out and find them these days. YouTube has everything. So, you know, the skills are there for you if you need them. Go and learn them, go and find them if you haven't already got them. Okay, and then we have the Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man, it can represent a period of almost like self-sacrifice, or like a pause for breath, time to take, you know, a bit of time out to think. And it's also about learning. The Hanged Man actually relates to the Norse god Odin, who actually hung himself upside down on a tree. I don't know for how long, several weeks, quite a while. And he wanted all the knowledge in the world, and you know, that's how he did it. Was sort of hanging upside down on this tree for ages, the tree of knowledge, and eventually he'd sort of like dangled there long enough and gone through enough pain that he was given all the knowledge in the world. I think he had to give up his eye for it or something like that. I'm not great with Norse mythology, but I love it. And it also kind of relates a little bit to our own Christian sort of stories about Jesus hanging from the cross, to sort of achieve that spiritual enlightenment, the next level. And this is very much about that. Sometimes you have to sacrifice things, you have to take that time out, you know, in order to get where you want to go, in order to maybe achieve that spiritual enlightenment. So there could be some lesson here that you need to learn this month, and it's going to take a bit of sacrifice from you in order to get that clarity, to understand that message that's coming through. Okay, so overall, I would say that there is going to be some struggle and some lesson that you need to learn this month. And I find, especially with Gemini energy, it's an air energy, so it can be quite sort of frantic and frenetic, and there's a lot of rushing around and confusion that can go on. So taking that moment of stillness, like the Hanged Man, to centre and ground. Don't forget all the lessons that you've learned, especially in Taurus season, of sort of grounding and slowing down. That you have got the skills that you need, or you can acquire those skills. You know, we're all learning all the time. You know, life is a learning journey. But you need to be open to receive that information and not sort of shut it down and be like, nope, I don't want to know, this doesn't fit in with my worldview, whatever it is. You know, as a Taurus, I can be really stubborn about these things. So I do understand sometimes that you just want to dig your heels in and close your eyes and go, no, it's not happening. I'm not going to learn that lesson. But there is a lesson to learn here. You know, but don't be afraid to keep your eyes open, keep the information flowing, and just take a little bit of time out to think about what it is that you need to learn to move yourself onto the next level, spiritually, mentally, however that is. And that could be done through how you relate to others, how you talk to people. Are you open to the information they bring to you? You know, are you having the difficult conversations? Are you being open-minded with other people's opinions? I think that could be part of the process this month, definitely. But yeah, just don't be too hard on yourself during that process, because it's not always easy, is it? Staying open-minded to other people's opinions. Okay, so much love to you all, and I'm going to leave you now, and I will see you again soon for for whatever's next. Cancer, I think it is. I don't know. I get so confused with it all. But yeah, this is Gemini for you all over. It just confuses me. Gemini season. I was much happier in Taurus season, I can tell you. Everything's gone a little bit crazy since then. But there we go. Right, so much love to you all, and I'll speak to you later. Bye. Oh, I stopped.